I had a great day at school today. What up, YouTube? This is kind of a U, but sort of a Y, because YouTube starts with a Y and it's not a U. I love making the first 2 seconds of a video, because when people watch it, it's what makes them to decide whether they're going to watch the rest of the video. And I always butcher it. When I'm bored, I love going on YouTube and looking up vlogging videos, which is like video blogging, vlogging. There's a couple of vloggers that I follow that are really just awesome, and one of them, Andrea Heckler, actually inspired me to start doing vlogging videos. Well, I'm gonna try my first vlogging video today. We'll see how it goes. I wanted to talk about pet peeves, things that other people do that really annoy me. Maybe some of them you can relate to, or some of them you do, and you should stop before it's too late, before you lose your soul. These are my biggest pet peeves. I feel like this is a really common one, but it needs to be said over and over until the problem stops. Not only is it obnoxious to hear the saliva juices in your mouth sloshing around while you're talking or eating with your mouth open, but it's also that loud chewers tend to have a splash zone in front of them as things fall out of their mouth. A few months ago, I went to my university's library to get some homework done in like a computer lab, and I noticed that all of the people in the computer lab were kind of stuffed in one side, right? And there was this girl all the way down the row that nobody was sitting next to, and I thought, oh, you know what? I don't know this girl, but it kind of feels bad when, you know, you're sitting by yourself. Not like I was gonna actually talk to her, but I sat down right next to her and started doing my homework. And while I was working, I started noticing this really like sharp, loud sound coming from where she was at her station. And I didn't want to be rude and just like look right at her to see what it was, but my curiosity won over after a while, and I saw that she had this big pile of uncooked spaghetti noodles, right? Just like these little shards, and she would take them one by one and she would munch on them, right? But it was so loud. So I have some penne rigate from Italy, and I'm just gonna demonstrate how loud this was. I don't know if it'll transfer over on camera, but these are so hard I can't even chew them. They're gonna chip off a tooth. So for those people who can't chew quietly, there are all sorts of options for you. You can, you know, eat your food intravenously, you know, get it feed tubed into you. You know, there are options for the sanity of people around you. Just saying. Personally, I love sunglasses, especially aviators or like the Mexican reggaeton sunglasses that are reflective on the outside. Those are pretty cool. There's this habit that goes along with sunglasses that really just needs to stop. So somebody has sunglasses on and they feel like they can look anywhere they want to, you know, nobody knows what they're looking at. You kind of can, you know, like you can tell from like from subtle little hints that they're looking at you, and it's wildly inappropriate. Sunglasses are not a viable disguise. We know what you're looking at. If you think you're some sort of white ninja because you're wearing sunglasses, yeah, think again. I moved to Utah a few months ago, and there's something that drivers here do that is so obnoxious. I do not understand why. You'll be coming up to a traffic light, right? You know, driving in your car, and you'll realize that even though there's only a couple cars in front of you, you are really far away from the traffic light. And it's because some people like to park their car several car lengths behind the car in front of them. And it really is for no reason. I mean, they're not like trying to allow somebody else into their lane, or they're not trying to change lanes themselves. They just park really far away. If a lot of people do this, you know, the parking really far away from each other, you might find yourself in the middle of train tracks, and you're hoping that the light turns green before the train comes and it smashes you to bits and you die. Dun, dun, dun. Now, I don't know if this is a problem anywhere else in the world, but I have only seen this in Utah. Get it together, Utah! Okay, this pet peeve is a friend type. A really, really annoying friend type. These would be the people I term the upgraders. I'm not like a popular person by any stretch of the imagination, but I usually have like a pretty good friend group, you know? Like I might move away and it'll take me some time, but I'll have friends, right? A little group that I do stuff with. What I hate is when somebody tries to be friends with you, or even worse, you befriend them. They see you as an easy target and they're trying to use you to upgrade to better friends. Everybody wants to have friends, that's a normal thing, you know? But like, don't be cutthroat about it. Even if you're looking at somebody else that you want to be your friend, but you know you have to go through somebody else, just make sure that you're friends with that person still, you know, that you're not just using them. I don't think there's too much that needs to be said about this. Don't be an upgrader, because it feels crappy to everybody else and they can see through you. I sort of have a love-hate relationship with the saying, it's only awkward if you make it awkward. It always is awkward. So if you're in the middle of yoga class and you're doing downward dog and your pants rip, and you turn to the person next to you or behind you and you say, it's only awkward if you make it awkward. There is something wrong with you. It is most definitely awkward. Friends of yours that can't say no. It's okay to tell a friend, no, you don't want to do something, and you don't even have to have a good reason. Just like, oh, I'm feeling tired. You know, that's totally okay. And also, a lesser form of awesome, but still okay, is coming up with an excuse that's really weak. I mean, it's still annoying, you know? Like, oh, I can't go hang out with you because I have to feed my grandma who's dying. So all that is fine, but what isn't okay is the people who don't want to do something with you, so they straight up avoid you. They can't say no, so their solution is just to run away. Wait, where's Ralph? Ralph is over there in the bathroom hiding inside of one of the cupboards. I don't know how he fits in the cupboard. We're like, well, we can't leave without Ralph, you know, because he was too much of a whanny to tell us that he didn't want to do it. Moral of the story is, don't be Ralph. So pretty much karma's coming after me, you know, for making this video and being such a hater. In order to balance out the universe, here are a couple pet peeves of things that I do myself that annoy me. Number one, I have this awful nasty habit of when other people compliment me and I don't agree with them complimenting me, which is a problem. First of all, I'll question them. So it'll be like this. Somebody will say, hey Risto, that was super good. You're really great at dancing. And I'll say, oh, am I? Right? You know, like what I'm doing is I'm questioning that I'm good at it, right? But it comes across like I'm fishing for compliments. Like, oh, am I? Am I good at dancing? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm not that great. Risto, would you like a Grammy to go along with that compliment? I don't know. Do you think I'm worth it? Do you see how that could get really obnoxious? Every time somebody says something nice to me, they're like, oh, you look nice. Oh, do I? You are great at high-fiving. Oh, am I? Pet peeve number 2 of things that I do. I seem to have no filter when I'm confessing things that other people have done. So for instance, my apartment has had some problems with, I've had a roommate that, I don't know, has been in some sort of criminal activity, right? And so there was a police officer at our door, you know, who was trying to get like a warrant to look through his stuff. Another one of my roommate's parents, I was talking to them because they came to like some sort of speech thing that he had done, and it randomly came up about other roommates, and I started blabbing about, you know, oh yeah, I have the roommate who, you know, is on the run from the law, you know, and the parents were like, what did you say? You know, be like, no, tell us more. And I was like, oh, oops, maybe I shouldn't have said that, you know. Anyway, I seem to have no filter when it comes to telling embarrassing things, right? Like, you should not tell your roommate's parents about, you know, the criminal activities of another roommate. Actually, since I've done that, I haven't seen my roommate for like a week and a half. I think he's been bunking up at home. Uh-oh. Again, no filter. Thanks for watching my first vlogging video. It was actually kind of fun. I might do some more of these. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can see when I make new videos, and maybe leave a comment below of a pet peeve of yours that you have.